everyone, and welcome to episode 4 of Super Flashy Arrow of Tomorrow. We are here giving you your weekly dose of the Arrow Flash verse with Supergirl and Legends of Tomorrow, whatever you want to call it. The Berlanti verse, Arrowverse, Flareoverse. There's so many weird names for it, whatever, but you know what we're talking about.
The Berlanti clusterfuck.
Yeah, man. I am your host, Sir Cussalott Travis Pointer. I am joined by my co-host, Mara the Shark Watkins.
Hello.
We're back again, Mara. Episode 4. They haven't shut us down yet.
They can't keep us down. I call racism.
Man. But we have them all back this week. All of them.
Ayy.
We got our first dose of what it's like to have Supergirl Monday, Flash Tuesday, Arrow Wednesday, Legends on Thursday. Then you don't know what to do with your life on Friday. But we got them all this week. Let's see. Monday, though.
Supergirl.
Let's start with Supergirl. That's what happened on Monday.
Let's just go in day order.
Yeah, works for me. The Adventures of Supergirl. I will say, we got our good little cliffhanger at the end of last season with the, random pod from Krypton landing on the roof or some shit, You going in, I was expecting something big, but it really didn't deliver on that if you ask me, because I just opened it up like, she kind of looked like she knew him when they did the little cliffhanger. And now I was like,
it's a boy.
Yeah, it's just like, hey, you? Yeah, I don't know you. She doesn't know you either. Nobody knows who the fuck you are, so I'm not sure why she had that look at the end of last season. Maybe I was reading too much into it.
Nope, I thought it too.
Yeah, it was just like, what the fuck? All right, but whatever. Then you got this whole thing with Kara trying to figure out just what she wants to do with her life. Like,
well, in her defense, you can't just give someone an office and just be like, make a position for yourself.
Why not?
I don't know, because to me, I'm just going to say, well, I'm just going to sit in here and make doodles all day, and you're going to pay me a payroll. But, I don't know. But I mean, I'm also not Kara Danvers. But I'm just saying, that's a lot of pressure to put on someone and then expect them to have an answer within like a day or two.
Look, when you've been working for Catlin Grant, you better figure it out. I know that damn much.
Yeah, no. I'm trying.
Yeah, I hear you. But guess what we also got? Superman's here now.
Bay's here.
Yeah, he has finally showed up. Cool moments of them actually working together, Superman and Supergirl, catching that space shuttle thingy, whatever it was, from crashing.
The venture.
Yeah. It was cool. Cute little moment of, when Kara turns to them and like, hey, I changed his diapers.
Yeah.
That was funny to me. I enjoyed that. And like, yeah,
just so just to remind you, she is still older, technically, than Kal-El.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny to watch this version because, going from, growing up with Smallville, when Supergirl showed up in, what was that, season 7, I think?
I wouldn't know. I didn't really watch Smallville like that. Like, I saw like 4 episodes total, and that's might be an exaggeration.
Hulu.
Yeah, I know it's on Hulu. You made sure to let me know several times that it was on Hulu.
Because I was excited.
I'll get to it eventually, maybe, possibly, probably not.
Either way, so for our other viewers, listeners who have seen Smallville and they know they know how different it was, because in that one, Clark was there first, and then Kara came along, so it was all about teaching her the customs of. Oh wait, no, that's the same thing we're doing here, but it's less focused on Clark, and Kara's more up to speed with like, human customs, as opposed to we got in Smallville, who was about the same age and didn't know what the fuck human tendencies were like.
Yeah, that would make sense. Then there's
still all very entertaining.
Oh yeah. There's also this weird thing between Jean Jones, Martian Manhunter, and with Superman, like, We don't like you. I don't like you. Do you not like me? Well, I don't like you. Find out it's because, Jean kept the kryptonite. And, Superman's all like, oh, you could use that against me. I'm watching this like, so? You don't think he should be able to defend himself against you if shit goes down? Like,
Touché.
we got all these superpowered dudes running around. What if you get mind controlled or some shit? Like, didn't that happen to somebody already last season? Do we not have to, remember that kind of shit? Or should we just pretend that that's not a thing? Like, plus,
I mean, I guess man's like, I don't mind pretending that's not a thing.
my thing is, so we're also just supposed to be okay with you being able to just smash us up whenever the fuck you want. And we can't fight back. Like, we could at least have a weapon to be able to fight back. I'm all for that. I'm just not all for them trying to hold people hostage with it and shit. That's a whole different thing. But, like, just being able to fight back is, like, yeah, I can fight back with you if need be.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
what's this thing against people having a weapon against him? Like, your existence is a weapon.
Like, yeah, I guess that's relevant.
Yeah. Also, it was funny seeing Catelyn Grant and her weird little cute little crush she has on Clark Kent.
Is she aware that he's with Lois Lane? I'm kind of curious about that.
Yeah, she knew. That's why she asked him if he was still with her. And he was like, yeah, we're still going strong. And then she was like, yeah, I don't see that shit. And
she's like, for now.
Yeah, exactly. So, for real.
But what did I want to touch on with that?
Yeah.
So, we have we were shown a different character. I don't know if she'll become part of... I'm sure she won't become part of the cast. I'm not sure if we'll see her again either. But Lena Luthor, who I've never actually heard of.
Lex Luthor's sister.
Yeah, adopted sister.
Yeah. Like, yeah, you ain't... Probably why he tried to kill her. Like, yeah, you ain't blood. Fuck you. Tried to come in here and take over my company.
It kind of makes me wonder. Oh.
No, go ahead.
So with him trying to kill her... Spoiler alert for those who haven't watched the episode, but if you haven't watched the episode,
we're spoiling the shit out of all these shows all week.
Like, had no business listening.
Yeah.
If you didn't watch these episodes, with him trying to kill her, it makes me wonder if we're gonna ever actually see a glimpse of Lex, since Clark has been added into the cast.
Yeah. Or
Superman has been added, and that's one of his most notorious villains. So so it makes me wonder if we're going to see Lex at any point.
I would think so. I mean, if they give us Superman, they'll go ahead and give us Lex too, I'd imagine. But we'll see.
Can I just say one thing about the episode?
You can say a lot of things about the episode. That's what we're here for.
Smokey Alley plus Tyler Hoechlin running through, ripping his shirt open to show his Superman logo. Muy bien. Every time I see that clip, I'm just like, ah!
Yeah. See, you all can't see this weird little dance she's doing right now, but yeah.
Oh, and when you were talking about the so drama between John and Clark, right?
Yeah.
When he was talking about, but what if you're not in control? What if you're not who's in command? What if you get a higher up order from the president herself? Can we just talk about the fact that he said the president, her?
Yeah, he did. He definitely did say that.
In this world, we have a female president, and that makes me so happy.
In the Supergirl universe, the president is female.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
That's literally written in my notes. Like, the president is female.
I also was just, I wasn't ready for that Cat Grant motivational speech that she gave Kara, though. Like, like, oh, I didn't know you had it in you.
Or that, God, I forgot his name. That Chris Angel stunt she pulled with her resume having reporter written over it.
Oh, yeah, already written on it. Like, yeah, I already knew.
Right.
Which, let's talk about that for a
I
second, because
was
that
like, so
kind
you're
of
just gonna
annoys
berate her
me.
for a few years before she chose it?
Yeah. See, let's talk about that for a second, though, because that kind of annoyed me. Let me tell you why. Because the more I watch this show, the more I feel like the showrunners here really wanted to make a Superman show, but couldn't do Superman because Warner Brothers didn't let them. So they're doing Supergirl, because they keep giving Supergirl all the Superman shit.
Well, yeah,
Like, like they
with
did,
last season when they did her Bizarre
yeah, when they did
episode,
Bizarro.
that
Like, really? And now they're doing this like,
that's
oh,
just
she's a reporter. Yeah. Who else is a reporter? Superman. Like, come on now. Do better. Or like they bring in, she's not going to be up against Lex Luthor, but they bring in Lex Luthor's sister. Like, come on now. Like, like Jesus.
yes, because when I was doing the whole catch up with season one, I noticed some of the things that were things that I saw throughout the entire and again I'm going back to Smallville, which is probably why they couldn't make the Superman show because people are still reeling off of Smallville. Yes, I know it's been 5 years since the show has ended, but it's still very alive to me. So, a lot of things that we took seasons to get to in Smallville, they were just knocking out of the park in season one, almost as if CBS definitely thought they were not going to keep this for one whole season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like Bizarro didn't come out to I think season 5 or 6 of Smallville.
Well, I'm not as as up on Smallville as you are, but it seemed like Smallville is more about Clark Kent as a young man becoming Superman, as opposed to Supergirl is about her being Supergirl. So it kind of seemed like they would kind of speed past that for this. That would make more sense.
Yeah.
But
yep. Oh yeah, you don't really see Clark in the you don't see Clark with the S until I think the series finale.
It's not an S, Mara.
It's a symbol for hope. You know what I mean? Here on Earth, like Lois Lane said in Man of Steel, it's an S.
All right.
I'm just quoting all of the different Supermans we have.
All right, listen, there's something else that happened in this episode that I need to address here because this got on my damn nerves too. Kara spent the entire last season fawning all over Jimmy, right?
Oh my gosh.
And then Jimmy is all like, oh, okay, I know I like you too. I'm into you too, but I got a girlfriend here. He breaks up with his girl to get with Kara, and then Kara friend zones him. Like, what the fuck, dude? He broke
Look
up
at my notes.
with his girl.
Friend zone Jimmy.
Yeah, man. Like he broke up with his girl for you, and then you friend zone him. Like, are you fucking kidding me? I didn't believe that shit. Like, really?
And then she pulled one of our most famous lines. I need to figure out myself how to be myself first.
Yeah, that's that bullshit.
Well, I'm not saying she doesn't need to figure out herself. Who says Jimmy can't help you find yourself too?
Yeah, man. Help you find all parts of yourself.
I thought it was kind of funny though that when Clark was talking about her and Jimmy, and she was like, "How did you know that?" And he was just like, "Come on, man. Jimmy's my friend.
Yeah,
we
man,
talk."
like we
and
homies,
it's so
man.
Weird. It's so weird to see, to think of, Superman, just chilling on top of a roof somewhere, just on his phone.
Yeah.
Just talking
to Jimmy. Like, what's going on, Jimmy? How's my cousin doing?
Jimmy.
Well, you see, he texts Kara all the time.
I like her.
Huh?
He'd be like, I don't know, man. I think I like her. What should I do?
Yeah, man. And then last part of this, what I really like, and I'm going to move past this whole thing with her and Jimmy right now because that's just going to irritate me even more because that was just, But I did like how they snuck in that up and away. I'm like, I see what you did there. Classic Superman, up and away. Yeah. But yeah, that was Supergirl this week.
The trailer
what were your
shows.
overall thoughts
and then there was that
though?
one post-credit scene with Metallo.
Oh yeah, dude with the weird green shit in his chest.
He lives. And he comes back next episode in full effect.
Yeah, man.
Because that weird lady has given him life,
Yeah,
as she
put that
says.
weird green shit in his chest, and now they like, see the trailer for for the next episode. Her and they're just going at it. And we'll see what happens with that. That episode.
As long as Clark is still there to help, that's all I care about.
Yeah, that episode is called "The Last Children of Krypton," so he's still there. But
hopefully we'll find some more out about that guy from the ship too.
Yeah, that's probably a part of it too. Maybe he's another one of the last children of Krypton. Yeah, we'll see.
He's from somewhere.
Yeah, everybody's from somewhere.
All right, with the existentialism. On to Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday. Flash. God damn it, Barry. Like, I love how he fixes shit, but still manages to fuck shit up at the same time. Like,
and they make it super uncomfortable too.
Oh man, because it's just, you got Cisco is not like, I don't fuck with you because you don't fuck with me for some reason because you just don't give a damn about me. We're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Iris and
Come
Joe.
to find out his brother died.
Well, yeah, his brother died. He just pissed off at Barry because Barry won't change the timeline. Like, man, whatever the fuck. And then we got Iris and Joe. They not talking because of the whole mama still alive thing. Like, you ain't got over that yet? You got over it over here. Why can't you get over it here?
What was I going to say?
Like, what was different in this universe that made her not able to get over it?
I don't know. Maybe her feelings were stronger.
I don't know. What were you about to say? I feel like I cut you off.
Oh, so I was going to say the whole thing with Cisco. This week, Cisco kind of like irked my soul with how to heart he was taking some of his anger with Barry. Like, I understand you're upset. You lost a sibling and all that jazz. And then, but after, like, because it's in the episode, Barry explains what he has done, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Cisco continues to be upset because, Barry in this timeline said no. Now, me hearing all of that and realizing Barry's only up to speed of the past couple of days,
mm-hmm.
I would think, 2 months ago, Barry wasn't aware that he went back and changed the timeline. Isn't the same as the Barry that's standing in front of you. So I'm sitting there thinking, like, how could you be mad at someone who did this, but when he never even realized that this was something that he did 2 months ago?
Yeah, but
I understand, yes, because you had to experience it. I don't know. It's just like
my thing is
whiner's gonna whine kind of thing.
Yeah, but I feel like it's like he doesn't remember that other stuff, but he still won't do it now either. Like, so
That's true.
So that's what his whole thing is. But like, dude, I can't change the timeline. You see how I fucked everything up when I did this? No.
I'd be like, bro, I went back to fix it and killed your brother by accident.
Yeah.
Maybe not in those words, but you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. But then I also I chuckled a bit.
We have a new character.
We
have a new character.
Let's talk about that new character then. Go ahead.
Oh, so until I figured out his name, I was calling him Draco Malfoy because if you guys use your eyes, that's Tom Felton from the Harry Potter universe who played Draco Malfoy, that little blonde asshole.
Yeah,
and I mean that in both ways.
Yeah, and
he works with Barry, and his name is Julian something with an A. I'm just gonna call him Julian Asshole because he is an asshole in this show too.
Yeah, he is.
So
he is definitely an asshole.
Yep. So I'm kind of curious to see how that's gonna play out, if he'll ever egg on to that Barry is the Flash.
Yeah, I feel like he's gonna somehow get involved with this Dr. Alchemy too. Like there's some kind of link that's gonna happen there at some point. I feel it.
Ooh, that'd be juicy.
Yeah.
Juicy.
And then they did that old, get together get everybody together and talk old sitcom-y story thing, where it's just like, yeah, let's get everybody together to talk. I'm gonna lie to them about why they're coming together, but I'm gonna get them all together.
I really wish people would realize that never really works. It
Yeah,
always blows up in their face.
exactly. But then they even ended up doing the old, Iris and Joe did that old sitcom hug it out and forgive each other moment too. Though it was just missing that tender violin music in the background.
But in real life, shit don't forgive that easy. If she was really that upset that they weren't talking, she wouldn't go to the house. It was gonna take a lot more than Barry just explaining all that for her to be like, you know what? I'm overreacting. That's just me. I mean,
Oh man, see my thing with that, I feel like they may not have forgiven each other that easily, but I think they would have been more to the point of, you know what, I might not forgive you for this, but we need to move forward. So let's just move forward. We can agree that you fucked up, and I'll agree that I was a little too hard on you for fucking up. But let's move forward.
But the key here is you still fucked up.
Yeah.
Speaking of Iris, so now he has gone back and changed things twice, and now him and Iris have yet again never kissed.
Yeah.
The only kiss at the end.
My thing is, but the good thing about that, he's gotten 3 first kisses with Iris now.
No one can ever be that lucky.
Yeah, man. He had 3 first kisses. I would take just 1 first kiss with Iris, but he got 3 of them.
Hey, we can't all be great like Barry,
who somehow gets to have 3 first kisses because he keeps fucking up.
Yep. Well, imagine if he goes back and changes things again, he may not be able to kiss her ever at all.
Which is part of the reason why old man Flash just snatched him out the timeline when he was trying to run back again. Like, he snatched him up like a kid that was acting up in the grocery store. Like, just like,
You know what was crazy? When I was watching that, I was just like, that's not what the other Flash looked like. And then I'm sitting there like, he looks a lot like his father. And then he goes, I'm your dad's doppelganger. And I was like, okay, there we go. Because, for a moment, I was like, am I going crazy?
So you forgot that the Flash in the other universe, Jay Garrick in the other universe, was Flash's father and all that? You forgot about that part at the end?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because, and I was sitting here thinking, has childbirth just made me crazy? Have I lost my mind?
Yeah, you just forgot.
And then I realized, I just forgot.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, he definitely, you saw he just snatched him at the back of his neck like a kid that was acting out in public. And he's like, yo, sit your ass down and quit doing this shit.
What year is this?
Yeah, man. Like, sit your ass down. Get your shit together. You fucked up. You just got to deal with this one. Which,
right. You just need to live in this timeline. Stop changing shit.
Which is weird because, in the other timeline that he created, he started forgetting old shit. Why isn't he forgetting old shit in this one?
I have no idea. Maybe because if his mom's alive, it changes way too much as opposed to, she dies, but shit is still kind of different. You know what I mean? Like, his mom is the pure center of all of that.
I guess. It's just so weird to me how, he's not forgotten anything. He's still, at the end of the episode, still like, do you not want to know? I can tell you. I'm not sure what he would tell Iris, but it was just...
We've kissed 2 other times.
Yeah, whatever. But, yeah. But...
What else?
Killer Frost.
I now have a question. What?
I said Killer Frost.
Yes. So, Caitlin exhibited some powers on her own, and Cisco exhibited some different powers. So I'm now trying to figure out what the fuck is Cisco's powers now?
Well, actually, those powers aren't really different. Those powers are just the same as his doppelganger's powers were. So it's just like he just, gotten further with his understanding of his powers. Because remember, his doppelganger told him, you just don't know what you're capable of. So it's not like, It's not different powers. It's just his powers are more, I guess you could say, more evolved.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's what was happening there.
But you know what else gave me a chuckle during this episode?
What's that?
Was during the beginning when Barry ran into the Arrow hideout to see Felicity and was, trying to explain to her what's happening. And she was like, all right, calm down, start over. And, they're having like a little powwow just talking about what has happened.
Yeah.
And, he's trying to see what else he's changed. And um, we all noticed that we've seen how he's affected Diggle, which they were talking about during Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Instead of little Sarah, he has little John.
John Jr., yeah.
Yes. And so that's when Felicity goes, oh my God, it's affected us here too. And that's when I go, no shit, Sherlock, you guys are in the same universe. Why wouldn't that affect you too?
Yeah, I feel like that was one of those things that was more for the audience than it was for them, Just kind of let the audience know, like, yeah, this does affect the other shows too. I feel like that's more of what that was for.
Mhm. But it was funny only because because for a moment I thought I was like, ooh, Diggle having extramarital affairs and shit. And then Barry goes, wait, who's that little boy? And I was like, ooh, he gonna get Diggle in trouble. And then Rick come to realize, no, he's not. They just had a son instead of a daughter.
Yeah, somehow the way his mother dies affects which sperm makes it. Okay.
Which sperm was the toughest swimmer?
Yeah, man. Okay, I'll take it. I also want to point something else out that disappointed me here, like immensely. This is the second week in a row that Barry drew that timeline in front of everybody, and Cisco did not make a Back to the Future reference. Because he literally drew it just like Doc Brown did in Back to the Future, and Cisco said nothing. Nothing. I was immensely disappointed because when they didn't do it last week, I'm like, oh, wow. But then they drew it again this week. I'm like, oh, he's going to do it this time. Nope.
Well, you have to remember, this Cisco was very different. So this Cisco is all down the dumps. Even when Barry came back from stopping that jewelry thief that he was telling Felicity about, he came back trying to egg him to make a nickname, and he was like, how about we just call him the thief and move on? You know what I'm saying? So this is not the same Cisco that makes the quirky movie references.
But the one from the episode 1 of this season was the type to do that, but he didn't.
Because he's an asshole.
They had two just because he's an asshole doesn't mean he's not clever.
True. But he was also not down in the dumps about his brother dying and his best friend refusing to go back and save him.
Yeah. So, which is why he should have made that reference then. They had two opportunities, is my point. And they did not seize either one of them.
Well, you can take that up with Greg Berlanti.
Oh, I will.
And, I mean, now that they're getting back, they're kind of working out their issues. Just maybe.
He has no reason to draw the timeline anymore.
I'm pretty sure they'll find some way to bring it up. Because I'm pretty sure when Wells comes back, as we see in the Flash trailer for next week, he's probably going to have to explain it again as what has happened. Because I guarantee you this is the reason why Jesse has the Speed Force in their timeline.
Jesse, quick. Let's go ahead and get into that since you moved on forward. They did. There is one more thing I wanted to mention, though, is that because of Dr. Alchemy, Barry has pointed out that everybody who had powers in the other universe he was in, the other timeline, is getting their powers in this timeline also, which means we could still get Kid Flash in this timeline. So it wasn't just
I was wondering about that.
So it wasn't just a one-off thing.
Because in the original timeline, he does get struck by another, I forget what it's called. The Force thing when they messed up.
Yeah,
that
trying to get Barry back his powers. Yeah.
Yeah. So
him and Jesse both got hit.
They touched on him being Kid Flash in the first episode. But if they're gonna follow any of the instead of just paying homage to it, I'm wondering if they're gonna full out make him Kid Flash at some point.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because like Dr. Alchemy gave, the Speed Force powers to, the rival in this timeline, and he was saying like everybody, he's giving powers to everybody that had powers in that other timeline. So Kid Flash would be included in that also.
Oh, this is true.
But yeah,
So yeah, well, we'll see.
yeah, we will. We got. Like I said we're getting Jesse Quick, and Wells is coming back in this next episode. We saw that in the trailer. There's also this super strength
That man
meta
just
that
doesn't die.
yeah. There's also this super strength meta that they're going to be dealing with. So we'll see what that guy can do and what his purpose is in this one.
Nothing.
But yeah,
Yeah. So
that was the Flash.
Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday. That was Arrow. Which, while still a good show, continues to be the least interesting one to me. I'm not sure what.
I have my ups and downs with it.
Yeah, it's just one that's just like, I still enjoy it. It's just that of, now 4 shows, it's the one that's just not as exciting as the other ones.
Tedious.
Yeah. It's not that it's tedious, it's just the other ones just have you on such a high. You watch this one, you just don't feel that high with it like you do with the others.
I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But, I don't know. I was watching this one earlier today, and I couldn't help but feel like wondering, am I watching a season, like a mid-season finale? Because there was just a lot going on towards the end. And I was just like, what is happening? There's just so much, because with the Mr. Church guy, they've, just fully immersed, like, not that they fully immersed him, but like, he won't be there for like 3/4 of the episode, and then he comes up out of nowhere, and then he's causing all of this chaos.
Yeah, he's a bad motherfucker.
It's just like, but it's just so much for like the first 2 episodes of the season, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, but then
it's just a lot, and it makes me feel like I'm watching like a mid-season finale, as opposed to the first couple of weeks of the new season.
Well, yeah.
Nothing complaining.
Yeah, I was saying the good thing about that is you realize he's not even the main villain anyway, because Prometheus shows up and you realize that, he answers to Prometheus. So, there's a lot more to come. There's also this whole thing with, this episode's called The Recruits, though. So let's talk about these recruits.
Oh, boy.
At least he
was quite.
At least he acknowledges the fact that Curtis just, you got a long way to go, bro. Like,
you really, and he said it flat out, like, you're only useful behind a computer.
He did say that shit, which was funny as hell to me, but
gave no fucks about no one's feelings.
Oh yeah, he was pissed at that point though, because that was because Wild Dog came in there because Oliver's about to hit weird rag dude with the little net thing. Who's gonna have him trapped. A Wild Dog knocked him down. Like, what the fuck, bruh? Like, yeah. When I told you not to touch him.
Right. It was funny with the training with the bell. I laughed when, they were saying, like, what's the point of this? And Oliver goes, the point of this exercise is for you to figure out the point of this exercise. And I looked at the screen like, excuse me? What the fuck does that even mean? And, when he said it, when he was talking to Curtis and explaining the purpose was for them to work together, it makes a lot more sense because, when you watch them training, they're all coming at him one at a time, but they're not going based off, like, so, if one's distracting him, if one's combating with him, one's not trying to sneak behind, like, 2 of them aren't trying to sneak behind him. So they're not working together as a team. But I feel like Oliver should have, like, I know, like, part of him thinks that making them figure it out is going to help. I feel like more he should have been like, figure a way together to get past me to ring that bell.
I'm kind of more with Oliver on this one. Like, you need to, I'm not going to, just spell everything out for you all the time. You need to figure this out. Because that's not even something that was too difficult to figure out. If they just look and realize none of us can get past him. They, like, established that a while ago. Like, off the bat, they all tried and they all failed. Clearly, he just said, ring this bell. So go ring the bell. Because I was thinking automatically, okay, if they work together, they can all ring the bell. But I do wonder, had they actually worked together and rung that bell, would he have shot them all that didn't ring the bell? Because that's what happened to the Russians. That's what the Russians did. Would he have shot them? I would have liked.
I'm sure he wouldn't have.
Man,
I feel like he would have more likely.
Like get him.
I feel like
just hit him with an arrow in the leg or something. Like he didn't have to kill him, but like just, he already gave Wild Dog an arrow to the leg.
what? Yeah, I forgot all about that. Like, how do you expect them to like? I'm surprised that Wild Dog was still out there on the streets doing shit after he took an arrow to the leg like the week before.
We were supposed to forget about that.
No, I was not gonna forget about that.
Yeah, I know you're not going to, but you were supposed
like, how you
to.
gonna heal? Like, how did he heal so fast? Like, I have questions and I have concerns for Mr. Belanti.
So we got these questions about this thing. We got questions about why the Flash isn't forgetting shit. Yeah.
Mr. Belanti, you have some splaining to do.
Yeah, there's some more questions with Legends too. We'll get to that in a minute. But
oh my gosh.
we also saw, we got a closer look at Felicity's new man. Find out he's a detective. I don't like that nigga, but we're gonna get into that a little bit more in a bit.
Felicity's booty is still very nice to look at. That has not changed with any timeline.
You said what now?
With the timeline changes, Felicity's butt is still very nice to look at.
Yeah, she does have a nice booty. Then there's, we got Quentin, drunk man Lance, fucking up. It's like, Rag dude got in through the door that he was supposed to be watching and shit because he was drunk, not watching the door. Like, dude, if you're going to drink on the job, at least be able to function. I missed that part. At least be able to function while you're drinking on the job.
Okay, I had missed that part.
You missed that part.
And I missed, like, that one split second. Like, most of the scenes with Quentin, I had kind of glazed over because nigga has too many problems. Every time we see him, he's having problems. He's yelling at somebody. He's lecturing somebody. And I'm always looking like, who the fuck are you to lecture anybody? So, like, I don't know, this whole episode, like, every time him and Thea came up, I was like, oh my God, just take them off the screen. If Thea ain't in her hood fighting nobody, I don't give a fuck what she's doing. That's just me. I mean, she's still a very crucial part of Oliver's life. But I'm just like, God, just put her in the background somewhere.
It's a little harsh, Mara.
It's like how I felt when she was on the fucking OC. Like, she's annoying.
Oh, man. Let me see. What else is
there? That was my part about Quentin. I mean, he's trying to do right, but he's just, I don't know, he's just not as interesting of a character. I preferred it better, when he didn't know that Oliver was the Green Arrow. And, we spent all this time, like, making him run in circles and shit.
Yeah, but that gets old after a while. You can't do that forever.
I know.
The show has to move forward. There has to be some character development or you get bored. I would have got bored.
Or, like, I could at least... okay, well, how about this? Post Laurel dying, Quentin is... I'm not going to say annoying because he's lost his daughter. It's just kind of like so uninteresting. Because how many times are we going to see him go down the rabbit hole of drinking and then trying to sober up and then drinking again and then trying to sober up? That's just my thing.
I mean, you're going to see it over and over again because he's an alcoholic and that's what alcoholics do. So, I understand that. I don't, I can see why you're tired of it a bit, but he's an alcoholic. That's what happens with alcoholics. Unless they have a reason, like you said, to stay sober, they don't stay sober. He lost his reason to stay sober because I forgot what was Felicity's mama mad about? Do you remember?
It had something to do with him knowing about Laurel being the Black Canary.
No, I don't think it was. I think it was because of him not telling the truth about something with his involvement with Damien Dark. I think that's what it was.
Oh yeah, he wanted to tell the truth, or he didn't.
Yeah, he didn't want to snitch on himself. Like, yeah, I ain't, man,
Yeah.
I'm not going to jail. Fuck that. And she was like, oh, you got to tell the truth. Oh, you want me to go to jail then, huh? All right.
Right.
See how much you love me. That bullshit.
I really liked them together.
Oh yeah,
She
it
was really
was.
good for him.
Yeah, that was quite the ship.
And now she's gone.
Mm-hmm. I do like also the fact that the reason why Oliver didn't want to, use his real name. The reason they gave is just because when he was with the Bravta, when he was going through there, none of them used their real names either because they didn't want to attach themselves to each other because, there's no attachment, then there's no real loss. But his whole thing of moving past that and then showing everybody his identity, I still thought that was fucking dumb. You don't know them. Like,
Yeah, I thought his whole reasoning for not telling them who he was like, in case things go south, any of these niggas could just tell people who I am.
exactly.
That's what I thought his reasoning was when he was speaking about his time with the Russians, and he explained that. I was like, oh, okay, there's a deeper meaning to it.
Mm-hmm.
But then he went ahead and showed them anyway, and I was like, okay, I know we're proving a point here about making them trust you, but did you have to show them your face on like day 2?
Yeah. Then that whole thing with Curtis. That was one of the moments like, dude, Curtis, quit being a little bitch. Because they were talking about how, like, you don't want us here, you don't trust us, blah, blah, blah. See, if I was Oliver, I'm like, you damn right I don't want you here. Bye. Like,
I'm only here because Felicity's making me do this, and I promised fucking Laura I would do this.
yeah, exactly. Like, no, I don't want you here. Bye.
What was it?
People can't come at me like that. Because I'm like, yeah, fuck you. Bye.
I was sitting there watching, like, stay in your lane, Curtis.
Yeah. For real.
But, I mean, at the same time, someone still had to say it, and it had to stop being Felicity. Because Felicity is clearly the only one who can rein in Oliver besides, like, maybe Diggle. And Diggle's not there.
I say Diggle ain't there to help her check him. So she needed some backup, so I guess it had to be Curtis.
And also, the scene that we saw with Diggle, were those flashbacks or were those current times?
Those are happening right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because, see, I was so confused about that.
Basically, speaking of which, I knew as soon as they were in there where he decided to form that little bond with the blonde dude, I'm like, oh, something finna happen to him. That'll teach you to get connections with people. Like, yeah.
4 shots to the chest.
Yeah, man, you felt for this dude. Yep, something's going to happen to him now. Yo bad.
But yes.
Yeah, then you got this whole thing
week,
with what was the name of that company? Amatech. They're selling these weapons to Tobias Church and shit.
God.
Yeah, because they're trying to, recoup some money. It all comes down to the dollars.
Isn't that always what it is?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like most of the time with Arrow, that's what it is really about, because that's what Oliver. I feel like on a deeper underlying way, I feel like some of the shows have like a theme of their villains. So most of the villains in Arrow are about power, control, and money. With the Flash, it kind of seems more of like, superhero trying to, like, supervillain just trying to destruct shit or trying to see if they can beat the Flash.
Yeah, more of a cartoon kind of superhero villain kind of thing.
Yeah, Supergirl, you get a lot of, out of this world and metahuman ones. And then with Legend of Tomorrow, you get like stuff that has to do with fixing time.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cool little trend that they got going on.
Yeah.
But next week, we're going to see like a slightly biblical themed character.
Yes, his name is Samson. He's played by Cody Rhodes for you wrestling fans out there.
Yeah.
Son of the late great Dusty Rhodes. R.I.P. bro. Yeah.
I mean, rest in peace, but I don't know.
Yeah, man. A legend. But yeah, you see what's going on with him. I mean, there wasn't really much else to that trailer for the next week, but you just know
other than
Samson. And what else?
Hockey Mask may have killed him. Well, it starts off with like you just killed someone, and then it turns out he's not really dead and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I see, like, until they realize that the guy's not dead, it's gonna be Oliver trying to bench him because you just killed someone. This is what we don't do.
Even though he just like broke a dude's neck like 2 weeks ago.
That's in the past, bro. Let it go. That's
Uh,
probably what he would say too. Like, that was the past. That was then. This is now.
yeah, man, whatever, Ollie. But then Thursday came.
Woohoo!
DC's Legends of Tomorrow came on, and right off the bat, this
Crazy.
Dr. Haywood comes running into Oliver's building, his mayor's building or whatever the fuck building he was in, and yeah,
I think it was Mayor's building.
yeah.
I just want to know how many times do you think they had to film that scene to get all that shit together right?
Oh man, who knows? There's probably multiple. Like they didn't film it all in one stream, one take. It was just all the camera cuts. Like, okay, we'll film this right here. All right, switch the angle. Film this knockout right here. Switch over here. All right, we'll film this one over here.
Because, like, some of it was like, oh my gosh, imagine someone's really running through the mayor's office. In New York City, you'd be shot. I'm sorry. They held restraint when they tripped him and then, pointed guns at him. In New York City, you would probably get shot. Wouldn't even trip you, would just shoot you.
Speaking of New York City, apparently they find out from this dude. Episode's called Out of Time, by the way. But find out that the Nazis blew up New York with an atomic bomb.
They nuked us, guys.
Yeah, man. They just like, yep, fuck New York. Because fuck New York. But, but yeah, they rewind a bit. They were, in France and, way back when. Somebody's trying to kill the king of France. So they're, out there trying to stop that shit while Sarah's in there, getting it on with the queen.
Meanwhile, she was supposed to be getting her ready for the king.
Oh, she
so
was
that
ready.
They could make a tiny one.
Oh, she was ready. She was definitely ready. As Jax pointed out, got her all warmed up.
Her eggs are ready for the taking.
Yeah, man. Got her eggs flowing. Then we got them when they find out about the whole atomic bomb in 1942. Sarah's all like, "All right, Gideon, is Damien Dark there?" In 1942, what's he doing? Oh, he's there. Well, yeah, I'm gonna kill that motherfucker. So she goes in there trying to kill Damien Dark so that he can't kill
and
Laura
Ray got to
in the
stick
future.
his nosy ass nose in her plan.
His nosy ass nose. Look, didn't we just talk about Barry fucking up the timeline? We can't let Sarah do it. Like, come on now.
This was for the greater good. I mean, Sarah just lost her sister. Barry's had years to get over his mom dying. No offense to, all of us out here who have lost a parent.
He had years to get over his mom dying, but then his dad died too. So it was to save both of them. So yeah, his dad had just died too. So, you still can't even use that excuse.
Well, you know what? Fuck you.
Don't get mad at me because I'm right. Anyway, there's also this whole thing with Rip teaching Jax how to, fix shit on the Wave Rider. And how to,
that
redirect
was so
power
cute,
and all that kind of shit.
So sad at the same time.
It was just one of those things he did it like, the Mr. Miyagi wax on, wax off kind of shit. I'm like, man, why didn't you just tell him that's what you were teaching him? I don't understand. That's not necessary at all.
Because the point of the exercise is to figure out what the point of the exercise is.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Look, Oliver showed up in this episode, and he probably would have told him the same exact thing. God, last week I was training new recruits. The whole point was you to realize what the exercise was for.
You know what? No. I'm not even giving you that one. So then some shit goes down, and he ends up having to scatter everybody throughout time after this whole thing with the Einsteins and all that shit. And
They kidnapped Albert Einstein. I still find that really ridiculous.
it's funny as hell. But they scatter everybody throughout time, right? I'm trying to figure out why that was necessary. Why couldn't he send them all to the same place?
You know what I wanted to find out was necessary? Why did Ray have to go so far back?
Let me tell you, when they scattered throughout time, I really feel like the only reason why they did that whole thing to scatter them throughout time was so they had an excuse to put a dinosaur on the screen. Like, I really feel like that's the only reason why they did it that way. And you know why I think that's the only reason why they did it that way? Because that's what I would have done. Like, if I have a time travel show, I'm like, I need to find a reason to put a dinosaur in this shit. Like, what can we do? We can have them just scattered all throughout time, and that'll only last for about, 4 minutes or so. But guess what? I get to put a dinosaur on the screen. So, yeah, we're doing that shit. But it doesn't make any sense. Fuck you. We're doing it.
Joke's on us.
Yeah.
Fun fact, Greg Berlanti likes dinosaurs.
Basically. That's what I would tell you. Makes sense.
I would have thought they put him back there so far. Just so they had a reason to separate from Ray for a little bit. Because you notice how everyone else was in the same time. Just Ray was the only one who was millions of years behind.
Well, they weren't all in the same time. It was just, they were still separated. He just went back so far. They were closer, but they weren't in the same, Sarah was in Salem during the witch trials and shit because she was seducing all the girls in town and shit.
Seducing girls must be a witch.
Yeah, basically making them do unholy things, as they would put it. And then she just whoops everybody's ass because they try to hang her. Because they're like, she was getting ready to be hanged. And she just didn't even see that shit. She was like, whatever. I'm going to whoop your ass.
What else? Oh. So, I mean, I'm sure I'm not the only one who saw it. Reverse Flash.
Oh, yeah. Thawne.
Show in this. And I was just like, and, for the pure fact that Oliver was in the beginning of the episode, and then, we see Eobard Thawne. Like, I started halfway expecting to see a Luthor or one of the supers in this episode. And I was like, is this the crossover? Like, Jesus.
No, I think it's just a setup for, it all to let you know, like, yeah, we are all connected and we are all going to come together, which, we'll get to that eventually. But I'm pretty sure that, like I said, I mentioned before that I think the crossover is going to have to do with something with the Legends that they're going to need everybody to come and help them with, which will probably be this Legion of Doom thing that they got going on here, where they're going to need everybody's help to deal with Damien Dark and with Eobard Thawne and with Snart and... Who's the other one? Who am I forgetting?
Did you say Dark?
Yeah. Oh, Malcolm Merlin. That's who it was. I'm like, who did I forget?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So to deal with
the
them.
one-handed man.
Yeah. Like to deal with all of them, they're going to need everybody's help. And I feel like that's what's going to bring them all together.
Oh, boy.
But we did also get, at the very end of this, we got our first look at the JSA. When they were they just like, hey, where the fuck y'all going?
Oh my God, that trailer! It just looks like a outright pissing contest.
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
You think you're like us?
Yeah. Like,
oh God, bitch! It's
like you don't want none of this. Like, oh, we're just like you. No, you're not. We're better than you. We're better than you. Oh, I got fire shit. Well, I do this shit. Like, yeah, fuck y'all.
One of them looks like the female Captain America blended with Sly Cooper.
Yeah. And then, for some reason, we got more Nazi fights. So, I'm all for killing more Nazis, so we'll take it.
Right. Greg Berlanti, lover of dinosaurs, hater of Nazis.
Basically. Understandable.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, but somehow they're going to end up leaving the JSA, but... Vixen's going to end up with him, so we're not sure how that's going to work, but looking forward to that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that was Legends of Tomorrow. That was the whole week of Berlanti-verse, Arrowverse, Flareverse, or universe with Supergirl now, and yeah. that was the end of it, though. Anything
So
new
what
you
did you
want to
guys
add?
think?
Hmm?
So what did you guys think?
Yeah,
As
folks.
our
What did yeah
viewers,
yeah What did you all
listeners.
think? Is there anything that we missed that we should have touched on? Let us know in the comments. Like say, hey, you forgot to talk about this shit. Why didn't you talk about it? My bad.
How'd you miss it? What the fuck is wrong with you? Who raised you? How do you watch TV? All these questions
Yeah,
you are
all
able
those
to
things
ask.
that you want to ask us, go ahead and ask. Don't be afraid to be too mean. I have very thick skin.
I don't.
She'll get over it.
I might.
Yeah, that'll be it for this week, though. We'll be right back at you again a week from now. Notice we came up on a different day this week. It just works better with the schedule of things. Make sure you follow us on all social media platforms. You can follow this channel here at Creation Magazine on Instagram. You can also follow me at Sir Cussalott on both Instagram and Twitter. That's at Sir Cussalott, SIR_CUSSALOTT. What about you, Mar?
You
Where
can
can they
find me.
find you?
You can follow me on Instagram at LESUNRISES_ and on Snapchat at MARBARLOVEX3.
Awesome. You're on the Twitter too,
Right
don't
there.
you? You be tweeting and shit?
I'm always tweeting at MyLifeHasColor_.
All right, that's it for today, though. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to this podcast. We're on YouTube. We're also on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher for if you just want to listen to the audio while you're in the car or something. Or you can download this episode on YouTube if you have YouTube Red, which is awesome, by the way. You should really use it. I'm not even getting paid for this, but it's fucking amazing. No ads on YouTube, You can download shit and watch it later offline. Great. I'm all for anything that's ad free. I pay Hulu the extra $4 a month to get rid of the ads. Like, yeah.
I hope YouTube and Hulu hears this and decides to pay us for this.
Yeah, that'd be wonderful. But that's all we got for you this week, though. Until next time, stay creative, stay free.
Deuces.